أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. أعوذ بكلمات الله تامة كلها من شر ما خلق. بسم الله الذي لا يضر مع اسمه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء وهو السميع العليم. الحمد لله الذي بنعمته تتم الصالحات. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهم صل وبارك عليه وعلى آله وصحبه ومن استنى بسنته واهتدى بهدايته إلى يوم لا ينفع المال ولا بنون إلا من آتى الله بقلب سليم. أما بعد فالسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. All glories and adorations and eulogies and appreciation and glorifications, all these are the rights of Allah, the Lord of the worlds. You created us out of nothing. You owe us no obligation. Out of your favor and your mercy, you created us. As human beings, you have chosen us to be the best of your creatures. We aren't animals. We aren't the trees. We are not the rivers. We are not the mountains. We are not the lovely things. We are human beings that you have created us, giving us intellect and bestowing with the choice to be able to choose whether to worship you or not. But Allah, you have chosen us, you have bestowed your mercy upon us, made us among those that you have chosen out of your one creations to believe in you, to walk in your ways, and to worship you the way you should worship, and be Muslim and Mu'min. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. We thank you, Allah, we can't thank you enough. Allah, we ask you to forgive us all our sins. Allah, we ask you to overlook all our shortcomings. We are your creators. You are our creator. We will definitely, no matter how much we try, be able to do exactly what you wanted. We can't be perfect. You have created us to be imperfect. And you created yourself to be perfect. Allah, overlook our shortcomings when we sin against you. You are the Ghafoor and you are the Rahim. You're the one that forgives and you want that blesses after the forgiveness. We ask you, Allah, to bless the best of mankind, Rasulullah Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, whom you have chosen, sent to us to guide us on how to live a fulfilling life, to be able to earn us the hereafter. May the peace and blessing of Allah be upon Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his household and companions and those who follow him till the day where nothing will benefit man except that one who has come to Allah with a pure heart, believing is monotheism. Brothers and sisters, good morning. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We thank Allah for being alive this morning again to be able to discuss what matters to us. We are running up, inshallah, in this or next episode on the rights of children and the etiquettes of bringing up of children, which we have been discussing. Today, we want to look at the ways of instructing children and advising them to do the right thing. We have been telling ourselves what to teach them, what to teach them, what to teach them. The methodology now. How do we learn from our Rasulullah Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? How to teach them with love, with affection, with sense of belonging, to show them that they are also important. That we don't relegate them. We don't say because our children, so we can talk to them anyhow. When we respect them, they will respect us and they will value our message. So one day Rasulullah Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was in the masjid, in the mosque, and all the companions also over Salat. One young man among them is called Mu'az bin Jabal. He also offered Salat al-Subh. Immediately he says, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi. He got up. He stood up. Perhaps going for his businesses, going to do other things, he left. He has been doing this for quite some times. One day, The Messenger of Allah, the minute he finished and stood up, said, held his hand. Muaz bin Jabal told us hadith. Say, there was a day he was praying. فَأَخَذَ رَسُولُ اللَّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ بِيَدِي. And the Messenger of Allah just gripped my hand, held my hand. And he said, tell me, Ya Muaz, oh Muaz, Wallahi, inni la uhibbuk. I swear by Allah who has created me, I love you. Wow, you love me? What a beautiful expression. From the Messenger of Allah to a child, to a young man. Wallahi, inni uhibbuk. He repeated the same thing. Oh Muaz bin Jabal, I swear by Allah, I love you. Wow, love me. When you tell somebody you love him, holding his hand, so somebody younger to you, what does he feel? He feels relaxed. He feels being loved. He feels affection. He's attentive. Say, but Maz, I love you so much. But I have an advice to give you. I have an advice to give you. Usika ya Maz. I want to counsel you. I want to advise you. I want to encourage you to do things that will make Allah to love you. I love you and I want Allah to love you. I love you and I want Allah to love you. Do you want Allah to love you? Say, I want Allah to love me. So therefore, take this for Allah to love you. لا تدعن في دبر الصلاة حتى تقول اللهم أعني على ذكرك وشكرك وحسن عبادتك. Don't leave salat. Or just asleep. Don't stand up for that salat until you have said this to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This was أعني على ذكرك وشكرك وحسن عبادتك. This we taught to children, but teaching them with love, with affection. Oh Allah, oh my Lord, my Creator, my nourisher, my sustainer, my provider. Aini, guide me, teach me, direct me, support me, help me. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. Help. Inni, help me. Guide me, support me. On what? To remember. Inni ala dhikrik. How to remember you. In everything I want to do, that I remember you, Allah. La dhikrik. Everything I want to do, to put you first. Not only that. Wa ala shukrik. How to show gratitude to you, Allah. How to appreciate you, Allah. How to glorify you, Allah. How to eulogize you, Allah. Aini ala dhikrik. And how to remember you. Azikri. Dhikr. Dhikrullah. Help me to be able to remember you all the time. With what you like, not with what you don't like. Because it qualified this remembrance. It qualified it. It qualified this worship. Ala dhikrik. It qualified this appreciation and this gratitude. Wa ala shukrik. And beyond that, ain ala dhikrika wa shukra wa husni ibadatik. To worship you. Ibadah, to worship you. But worship you what way? In the best way. In the most appropriate way. In the way that is most acceptable to you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You determine what is good and what is right and what is not right. Did you get the determinant? Therefore, help me, ala zikrik, on how to remember you well. Wa ala shukrik, how to always appreciate you. Wa ala husni ibadatik, how to worship you well. The bone of contention here is this. How did the Messenger of Allah taught him this? So it's a good expression. But how did he teach him? How did he tell him? In what matter? In what manner? In what form? At what time? Advice, guidance, as timing, as modalities, as forms. There are sometimes you advise and does not get into the head. Sometimes it gets to one ear and goes back, goes out. But when you do at the proper time, it sinks in and it materializes in the life of the person. So you say, Allahumma inni ala dhikrika wa shukrika wa usni ibadatika. This is taught. The same thing we must teach our children. But this thing you are doing is good. Oh, I love you. Say, girl, that boy, I like what you are doing. I'm happy with him. And I want God to love you. I want you to succeed in life. Therefore, do this, do this, do this. So when you do that in that sort of way, your child is receptive to your advice. It's receptive to the knowledge you are trying to impart, to pass to him. We'll take an hadith today. And under this, all other guidance we're going to give our children will be under that. That will be the format in which we'll be following. First of all, what you have learned from this hadith of Mu'adh bin Jabal, that we start with love. We start with good wordings. We start with appreciation of what the child is doing. Don't start with negativity. Don't start blaming him, accusing him before you advise him. Say his good parts, but he does. Tell him you love him. Tell him you appreciate him. You do that. And this, Rasulullah one day he wants to advise. You know, I said it. Sometimes you should be going out with your children. As they're growing up, from ages of 10 or something like that, the secondary school days, before they get to university, you always go out with them. If Allah is blessed with a car, let him stay by your side. And drive out for some distances. Or you are traveling together with him. Always fight to travel with your children. Create an atmosphere where both of you will be alone. Sometimes only two of you, or three of you, or four of you. You are with two or three of your children. You go together. Then you engage them in conversations. They are learning how to give advice. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Abdullah ibn Abbas, one of the companions of the Messenger of Allah Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, was a young boy. Abbas, it's called Abdullah ibn Abbas. It's also the father of Abbas. So, and Abi Abbas is the father of Abbas because his son's name was also Abbas. And his own name is Abdullah ibn Abbas, the son of the uncle of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Abbas, the uncle of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, is called Abbas. So his son is Abdullah ibn Abbas. He was a young man at that time. He said, "Kuntu khalfa an-nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam yawman." One day, I was accompanying the Messenger of Allah on a short journey. I was behind him. I was riding a camel, and I was behind him with the camel. The reins was in his hand. I was behind him. Called me, come, and I climbed with him. So you are going to one day I was traveling, my father told me this, when we were traveling. A child should be able to restate that in future. A child should be able to say, my father taught me this, my father taught me this, my father taught me this. One of the companions of Rasulullah I love so much, it's called Abdullah ibn Umar. Abdullah ibn Umar was the son of Umar ibn Khattab. He used to say, Addathani Habi. My father told me, Anna Rasulullah, that the Messenger of Allah said, Ma bayna ghurfati wa minbari rawdati min riyadil jannah. That between my room and my pulpit is a part of the Jannah. See, somebody saying, my father said The messenger said how beautiful it is. First, an information. What? A child should be able to quote his parents when they grow old. Quoting them in the right thing when they want to talk. And say, oh, my father used to say this. When such a thing happens, this is the way my daddy handles it. This is the way my mother handles it. Just like I said, this way my scholar, my teacher, this is the way they handle it. One should, I would say, father, mother, teachers, they should find a way of a private moment with children and tell them some things that they never forget. He said, كنت خلف نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. Yawman, one day I was behind the Messenger of Allah Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. As we were traveling on a journey, فقال لي, and he told me, قال لي, he told me, Ya ghulam, oh young man, you are becoming a monk by now. Because Abdullah Abbas, I think when he was about 14, 15, when the messenger died. 14, 15 years when the messenger died. He was a very young boy at that time. So, and this was said before that time. So it could be around the age of 10 or something. But definitely was below 19 years. We call it gulam, a child that's below 19 years called it gulam. Definitely was below that age. He said, Ya gulam, oh young man. Oh young man. At that time, we could have attained the age of puberty. Oh young man, Ya gulam. Oh young man, young boy. Inni u'allimuka kalimat. I want to teach you some words. Listen very well. I want to teach you some words. He respected him. Oh young man. Oh young man. He called him. I want to teach you some words. Please be attentive. One, about 7 things I'm going to teach you today. Keep on to them. Just like Father will say, keep to your left hand so that you don't eat with it. Keep on to them. Akfidullah yakfidak. Akfidullah. Keep Allah in mind. Keep Allah in everything you want to do. Put Allah first. This thing I want to do, does Allah like it or not? Would Allah approve of or not? Does it benefit my religion or not? Will it benefit me in the hereafter or not? Because a Muslim, you must teach your child to know that whatever a Muslim does must benefit him in the hereafter. A Muslim does not engage in what will not benefit him. It does not waste his time, does not waste his energy. And what does not benefit him? Anything that is bad does not benefit a Muslim. That is why it says in one hadith, Min usnul Islam limar'i tarku'u ma la ya'ni. What does not concern him, what will not have effect on the scale of good deeds on the day of resurrection, a Muslim does not do it. So if with Allah, be conscious of Allah, because of the rights of Allah, keep to the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When you do that, yakfaduk, you want to be protected every time. Guard the use of Allah. Don't cross the boundaries of Allah. Allah will protect you. You want this protection? Protect His sanctuary. Protect His wordings. Protect His deen, His religion. Protect your faith. When you protect faith, Allah has got to, nobody can defend Allah. Allah can never be in danger. It's true that can be in danger. But your religion can be in danger. Your faith can be in danger. Your belief can be in danger. And you protect it by going away from areas where you can be, your faith can be contaminated. If it's Allah, yahfadhak. Keep Allah in mind. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will always keep you in mind. In anything you do, He will protect you. Protect you spiritually, protect you physically. Oh, it is the right of Allah to go and pray. It's time of Allah, let me give it to Allah. Give it to Allah. When you do that for Allah, when you too also, Allah will also protect you in your own material thing. Your own health, your businesses, in your work, in your studies, He will protect you. Because you are conscious of His right, He is conscious of your right. Askuruni, askurukum. Remember me, I will remember you. Allah said in the Quran, وَلَا تَكُونُوا كَالَّذِينَ نَسُوا اللَّهَ فَانْسَوْا أَنفُسَهُم. Don't be like those who forget Allah. Allah made them to forget themselves. Number 2, he said, أَحْفِظِ اللَّهَ يَحْفِظْكَ احفظ الله تجده تجاهك. تجده تجاهك. Be conscious of the rest of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Be conscious of the rest of Allah. Keep in mind, you only find him before you. Anything you want to do, you say Allah in front of you. He will guide you. He will direct you. You know what Allah says? وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي أَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ أُجِيبُ دَعْوَةَ الدَّاعِ إِذَا دَعَانِ فَلْيَسْتَجِيبُوا لِي. Answer my call. وَلْيُؤْمِنُوا بِي, and believe in Allah, yes, I will guide them. You will see me guiding you. You will see me in front because you have kept to my own injunctions. Allah said, I will always be in front. So, my child, you want to succeed in life? Whatever you want to succeed in life, for you to be able to succeed, keep to the commandments of Allah. In everything you want to do, He will protect you from all harms. You will find Him in front of you. Every step you want to take, He will always be there, leading you. He will be ahead of you to Jahak. Number 3, take note of this, my son. وَإِذَا سَأَلْتَ فَاسْأَلِ اللَّهِ. وَإِذَا سَأَلْتَ فَاسْأَلِ اللَّهِ. You will always be in need in this world. You can't have everything you want. Allah has created you to be interdependent. You can never be independent, my son. You always need the help of other people. You always need the help of something. You'll be hungry. You'll be thirsty. You see what makes you happy. You see what makes you sad. You need food. You are ignorant of many things. You need to have knowledge. Such a thing could happen to you, my son. Therefore, you need to ask for help. You need to ask for help. When you need to ask for help, وَإِذَا سَأَلْتَ فَاسْأَلُ اللَّهِ. Ask help from Allah. Go to Allah first. Something is bothering you. You are sad. You're not happy. Go to Allah. Do to Narakadnafila. Oh Allah, this thing is bothering me. I have this challenge. I want to know it. This course is very difficult for me to understand. I want to understand it, God. Oh, this person is very difficult for me. These have been my challenges. God, help me out. First go to Allah. Do to Narakadnafila and ask Allah. You are my creator. You ask me to ask you. وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي أَنِّي. When I ask you about me, ask me. فَاسْأَلُ اللَّهَ مِنْ فَضْلِهِ. And ask Allah from His bounty. Ask Allah from His bounty. Ask me. So if you must ask Allah. Don't go to human being first. Before you even talk to your father, talk to your mother, talk to anybody that's superior to you, first talk to Allah. First talk to Allah. Oh Allah, I want this. Oh Allah, I want this. Oh Allah, I want this. When you talk to Allah, after talking to Allah, then you can now talk to human being. Like I said, don't ask for your father, don't ask for your mother, don't ask from me, your father. But first, it's your Allah, your Lord, that will make me do it for you. Because Allah ministers between man and his heart. It's not that will compel me, will make me soften my heart to do it for you. Whoever that's going to help you is Allah that will soften his heart to do it for you. Therefore, is Allah. Ask from Allah. We must teach our children that one. Besides, number 4, وَإِذَا اسْتَعَنْتَ فَاسْتَعِنْ بِاللَّهِ. When you need help, you need support, seek your support from Allah. إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ. Only you shall we worship. From you only will seek help. فَاسْتَعِينِ بِاللَّهِ. Seek help from Allah. Seek support from Allah. Seek protection from Allah. Seek guidance from Allah. Only Allah can protect you. Man cannot protect you. Only Allah can help you. Man cannot help you. Only Allah can guide you. Nobody cannot guide you. Even if there are going to be means, It is through him, Allah, that you get that means, the proper means. Allah yarshidu, to guide you to the right path. So why that's the answer? Always know that if you need help, always seek help for Allah. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. Only you shall I worship. From you only shall I seek assistance. Guide me to the right path. You see? Protection, asking, seeking help, and asking. Two different things. You want to ask Allah. It's not mustaqim. You want to seek help? إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. Only you shall I seek help for. And support from. This you must number 4. Beyond that, he said, my son, young man, listen, wa'alam, go and know very, very well today. Many things are here in the world. People will say they love you. They are behind you. They will do this for you. They will do that for you. Go and know, my son. Go and know. Young man, wa'alam, anna al-ummah لو اجتمعت على أن ينفعوك بشيء لم ينفعوك إلا بشيء قد كتب الله لك. Go and know. All the people in this world, the mankind, the jinn kind, all the powerful people in the world, oh, we are going to make you this, we are going to make you this, we are going to make you this, we are going to support you, we are behind you. Go and know. You must put your trust in people. Don't have absolute trust in people. Have your trust in Allah. Because what? Go and know that if all in the world, they all gathered and make pledges and make oath of allegiance with you, that they are going to benefit you with something, lam yanfa'uka, they cannot do it. Illa, except bishay'in, with that thing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has written for you in the protected state, Lahul Mahfuz. Except with that thing which Allah has ordained for you, has written for you in your qadr. Teach children how to believe in qadr. In predestination from Allah. That does not mean you will not strive. That does not mean you will not struggle. That does not mean you won't work. That does not mean you will not ask. You will ask, you will struggle, you will strive. But then, despite all this striving, this struggling, this asking, these things cannot come except if Allah in His infinite wisdom, He has the wisdom, the absolute knowledge beyond your own knowledge. He considers today and considers tomorrow. He knows what is going to be the consequences of this thing you are asking for. If Allah has considered all those things, this thing is good for you, Allah will say it will be yours. Illa bishay'in, except with the thing called the kataba that Allah has written for you. This you must teach your children. They must know this. They must know this. Similarly, when you are teaching them positivity, you teach them negativity too. This can happen this way, it can happen the other way. Remember we told that time, we discussed in the last our episode, we must teach our children how to face failure. When things don't happen the way you expect in life, it is not suicide, it's not the solution. Entry into depression is not the solution. The solution lies in what? In guy as standing by the injunctions of Allah. Reliance that there's qadar. Illa bishayn qad qadar, Allah has written it. Similarly, now said, Wala wishama'u, if all of them too, all the jinn, all the mankind, the last created, the young and the old among them, the male and the female among them, all of them, they all combine together. They all come together. They all came to agreement. They all connived. And they plotted against you. All of them connived and plotted against you. Allah an yadurruka bishay'in. They want to hurt you with this. They will deny this. They will never allow you to get there. They will deny you. They want to hurt you. They want to kill you. They want to maim you. They want to destroy you while you're on the right path. They want to deny you your right while you're on the right path, while you're doing what Allah wants. Remember, you must be doing what Allah wants. You must have what? Put Allah first. You must have put Allah first in your mind. You must have sought His help. You must have relied upon Him. Then, if you have done those three first, and people yet, despite your reliance on Allah and doing things according to Allah's injunction and struggling, doing the right thing, reading well, preparing well, avoiding those who should avoid the bad group, despite all these precautions you have taken, if all of them plotted, Allah and Yaduruka, that thing, no matter how much you try, will not get it. We will not allow him to get it. If they plotted that way, Lam Yaduruka, they cannot deny you. They cannot deny you. They can never deny you. Illa, except Bishay'in, so with a thing called the Kataballahu Alik, that it has been written against you before. Allah said, no, you are trying, but this is not the time for you. You will try, you struggle, but that's not the time for you. You're not getting that time. The time is different. This time is not your time. But you must strive, you must struggle, because you want to have experience. Nothing goes. Whatever you ask Allah to do, He's going to do it. Is that I want to teach you some lessons, to have an experience, to do use in future. So it could be. So if they plotted that they are going to deny you from getting what you want, they all plotted. No, you will never get it. We will never allow you to get it. No matter how much you try, you will not get it. If they do that, they cannot stop it. Except if Allah, in His infinite wisdom, has written that that thing was not due for you at that time. And that thing is going to be beneficial to you at that time. Because whatever Allah does is going to be beneficial to you. So in that case, you should know that it's coming. This one on you. The other one for you. This one's on you. Alayk. Against you. Allah says against that this thing is not supposed to be. You're not going to have it. But you strive. You struggle. That's your struggle. Allah knows about it. And He knows you're not going to get it. Because something better was going to come for you. So this we must teach our children. This while we go one-on-one. Either with them traveling or sitting them down. In a good mood. In a reliable, in a secure environment. In a relaxing environment. In a relaxing mood. That's why you tell them this. If she got to double up. Because what? رفعت الأقلام وجفت الصحف. رفعت الأقلام وجفت الصحف. Let them know that before you are created, Allah has created Allahul Mahfuz, the protected slave, and everything that's going to happen in this world has been written there. The pen has been lifted up, and the ink has dried. Allah has written what He wants to write. Allah has done what He's going to do. So you should understand that Allah has done what's truth. So that is, you must understand as a child. This we must teach our children unto it. This hadith is written by Tirmidhi, and it is said it is a very good hadith. Hadith Hasan Sahih, good and authentic. This we must teach our children. Inshallah, we'll continue very soon. Let's take this break. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We thank Allah again. We glorify Him for bringing us back. Alhamdulillah. We were discussing this hadith, which is hadith number 19 from the compilation of hadith by Imam Nawawi and Arba'in hadith. So, the Messenger of Allah has taught Abdullah ibn Abbas on the etiquettes of how to handle life. And we are teaching ourselves too of how to handle our children. What format do we take to teach them? This hadith has another riwayah, another narration in support of this hadith with second segment. It says, وَفِي رِوَايَةِ غَيْرِ التِّرْمِذِي. The first one we have read was related by Tirmidhi, compiled by Imam Tirmidhi. Another one by Imam Muslim As again, that one from Imam Tirmidhi, say again, Hafidullah tajid'u amamak. Hafidullah tajid'u amamak. Keep Allah in mind. You will find him in front of you. Keep Allah in mind. You will find him in front of you. Anytime, once you keep to the injustice of Allah, you keep the limits of Allah, you will always see him, because he will become part of you. Just like another hadith that Messenger of Allah have said, that anybody that takes enmity with my friends, he has actually signed for a war with Allah. What do they do? He said, those one, when they kept on to my commandments, they always do what I want them to do. And they also follow it by, or do other things that's good. What is it? Alas, I will become their ears with which they hear. I will become their eyes with which they see. I will be shown their hand with which they handle things. I become their leg with which they march. Such people, when they ask me, I will definitely give them. I'm always in front of them. Because they have become part and parcel of me. They have been doing exactly what I asked them to do. So therefore, Allah says, is the Prophet is telling them, if it's Allah, tajidu amamak, keep Allah in mind, you will find Allah in front of you. He now added again, ta'rifullah fi raha, ya'rifuka fi shidda. Ta'rifullah fi raha. Know Allah at the time of ease. My son, young man, at the time of ease, remember Allah. When you are healthy, pray well to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When you are healthy, do good salat. When you have, help people. Be generous to people when you have. At time of ease, always go to Allah. Do what Allah has to do. Don't wait till time you have difficulties before you go to Allah. When you remember Allah very well at the time of ease, so remember Allah at the time of ease. He remembers you at the time of difficulty. When you have, spend because of Allah. When you have good health, use to worship Allah. At the time you are sick, it will be written for you as if you are actually healthy. When you cannot do it, Allah will take as if you are doing it. Always pray to Allah at the time of ease. Don't wait for troubles. Don't wait for problems. Don't wait for challenges of life. Don't wait for vicissitudes of life before you go to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, ta'rifullah fi raha, ya'rifuka fi shidda. When difficulties come, when problems comes, Allah will remember you. Oh, these servants used to remember me. These servants used to do this for me. Therefore, I will remember him now. Remember a story of Yunus alayhi salatu wasalam. Jonah alayhi salatu wasalam. When Allah sent Yunus, to the people to preach to them, after preaching, the people refused to believe in him. Then he left them and ran away. He entered into a canoe. The canoe was leading. Eventually, Yunus was thrown into the river, to the sea. He was swallowed by the whale. There was a darkness of night, and there was darkness of the belly of the whale. Three darkness: night, river, and whale. There are these three darknesses. In one of these three darknesses that he was in, he was there. Then the angels told Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, oh Allah, this is your servant, Yunus. Kana ya'rifuka fi raha. Allahumma irhamhu fi sara. Oh Allah, this your servant used to remember you at the time of ease. Therefore, remember him at the time of difficulty. Fi shidda. Remember at the time of shidda. So when you worship Allah at the time of ease, it becomes easy for you at the time of difficulty. When you read well, when exam comes, you only revise. You don't have to work too hard when the exam is coming because you have read well before. You only revise. But when you don't read well before exams, then what happens? You're going to be busy reading too hard. So when you worship Allah at the time of ease, He remembers you at the time of difficulty. Wa'alam, and my son, go and know very well again. Wa'alam, anna ma akhta'ak lam yakun yusibak. Whatever that misses you is not meant to meet you. This tawheed is important in children, that whatever Allah has written for you is written for you. Whatever that misses you is not meant for you. Otherwise, you would have missed you. Would have missed you. وَمَا أَصَابَكَ لَمْ يَكُنْ لِيَخْطِئَكَ. مَا أَصَابَكَ لَمْ يَكُنْ لِيَخْطِئَكَ. Whatever that misses, whatever happens to you is not meant to miss you. You pass the examination, Allah says you are going to pass the examination. You fail it, it's meant that you are going to fail it. Despite your effort, despite everything. Not because Allah hates you, but He wants you to acquire more knowledge, more experiences, more exposures that will give you a leverage in future. Allah knows why He's doing whatever He's doing. It's not to weaken you. It was to prepare you, to strengthen you, to make you strong. This we must teach our children. It's best done by the parents. It's best done by the guardians. At a younger age, at a tender age, you inculcate this into their head. So when challenges comes in future, they know, oh, we have been told challenges can come. And this challenge are actually ordained by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They know. And go and know, my child, my son. وَعَلَمْ أَنَّ النَّصْرَ مَعَ الصَّبْرِ. النَّصْرَ مَعَ الصَّبْرِ. Go and know very well. Victory will only come with patience. Victory will only come with patience. Everything you are striving for, I want to make a first class. I want to excel. I want to achieve this. I want to achieve that. That thing that which you want, beyond putting your best, you must be patient. It's with patience that you're going to read. It's with patience that you are going to close your eyes to all distractions. You take your eyes from all the side that will distract you from getting what you want. It's with patience. You are going to have some hardship in this process. It's with patience that you face this hardship. Victory only comes with patience. Victory only comes with patience. That you have to understand. At the same time, you have to know that وَأَنَّ الْفَرَجْ مَعَ الْكَرَبِ. الْفَرَجْ مَعَ الْكَرَبِ. You are going to have some difficulties in life. That difficulties, those challenges, those problems, they have their solution by their side. It accompanies it. Every problem has a solution. The solution is by the side of the problem. Only that you are blind to it at that time. You are going to see it when Allah's time has come. Allah never created a problem without a solution. That challenges you have, there's solution behind it. Sometimes it's time. Time is the best healer. When time comes, it will go. You have to be patient. You have to endure. You have to persevere. Like we have learned in our last lesson last week. وَاصْبِرْ عَلَىٰ مَا أَصَابَكَ. Be patient whatever happened to you. Be patient. Endure. Persevere. Tolerate. That is what will guarantee your success. Be patient. And whatever difficulty you have, solutions is by that. وَلَا الْفَرَجْ مَعَ الْكَرْبِ وَأَنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا. وَأَنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا. And know that for every hardship with ease. Inna ma'al usr, inna, definitely, with ease, with difficulties, usr. Yusra is ease. Every difficulty has its ease. So this we must teach our children. This is what Rasulullah Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, look at the methodology which you has used in this two or this way I said. The first one, he said, Mu'az, I love you. Therefore, don't leave salat until you say this and say, Aini ala dhikrika wa shukrika wa husni ibadatik. Now he wants to take Abdullah, teach Abdullah too. Abdullah with him, Abdullah, climb behind me, enter with me, let's go, let's just stroll out. Or you come on this mission, and in between that mission, what were you discussing? Most of you, when you are together with your children, what do you discuss? You discuss sports, you discuss movies, you discuss parties, you discuss only fun. What will this child remember you for in the future? When you are not there physically, what's going to be the guide? It is what you discuss with them. It's how you relate with them, that when you are, even when you are not, you are still alive. When they are on their own, my father used to say this, my mother used to say this, my mentor used to say this, my guide used to say this. This is important. Inculcate this in the hearts of these children when they are growing up. Not when they have become, preoccupied with the problems of life. Start advising them. You let them know. So even if there must be advice in the future, it should only be a reminder. Remember when you were young, I told you this story. Remember when you were young, at so they were traveling to so place, I told you this. Do you remember? This is the application. This is coming to play now. Perhaps you are too young to comprehend that time. But you have had it. This is how we have to apply it. And when you're not there too, you remember, oh, my father used to tell me this. My mother used to tell me this. Oh, God. So this is the implication. This is the meaning. He comes to say it. When other children don't have that opportunity to be taught, he will excel. Because he has been taught. These values, these morals, these etiquettes, these manners can only be taught intentionally, conscientiously, with determination to our children. You can't be a lackadaisical about it. You can't ignore it. You can't be playful about it. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to benefit me and you with all that we have had with regards to the teaching of our children. May Allah make them to be beneficial to us, to themselves, to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and to the ummah. أقول ما أقول استغفر الله لكم الغفور الرحيم اللهم صل وبارك على حبيبك نبيك محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته